his hand, that fellow, you know, and this fellow comes in and he faces the record. He faces the record, and the Lord points his finger at him and he says, "Depart from me, you cursed and everlasting fire, prepare for the devil and his angels." You say, "Do you mean to tell me, Rackham, that God sent a guy to burn in hell for a few little things like that?" No, sir, he sure won't. That should be an L in there. He sure won't. If you ever go to hell, it won't be for something like that. That's where Americans get that thing wrong again, you know. Think, well, I haven't done those things, so I must be all right. But those things won't send a fellow. You can't go to hell because of sin. Christ came to die for sinners and pay for sin. If you ever go to hell, and I hope you don't, but if you go to hell and burn forever, and you certainly will, and I say that with a college education and 6 years of seminary after that, I am telling you that you'll burn like a torch and you'll never quit burning till God dies. And there's a reason for that. Just as logical as gravity. Just as scientific as any law you know of in mathematics. I'll tell you what it is. You can't go to hell for stuff like that there because it's too little. You can pay for those sins in a lifetime. You don't believe it? Come on me some summer. I'll show you. I'll let you watch them paying for them. You can pay for that stuff here. Don't you know that? Whatever a man sows, that shall he also reap. God wouldn't burn a fellow for stuff like that. I preach in the prison, and I tell him this. I say, the worst enemy you ever had, you wouldn't want to have him burn forever. Maybe a little while, you know, but you wouldn't want him to burn forever, and yet God let a fellow burn forever. I said that in one prison when I said, but you don't hate a guy bad enough to want to see him burn forever. And a big voice over there to my right said, "I do." He had somebody in mind. I don't know who it was, because he's just bitter and mad, you know. But really, if you heard him screaming 35 million years, you'd call a halt to it, no matter what they did to you. But God doesn't. What you going to do with that? I'll tell you that African American does like Billy Graham does. He just pretends there isn't any fire. That's what he does. You're not thinking. You pay for this stuff here. God wouldn't think of letting a man burn forever for stuff like that. You murder? He saved Moses. Moses was a murderer. You're an adulterer? He saved David. David was an adulterer. You a thief? He saved a dying thief. You can't go to hell for that stuff. You can pay for that here. You ain't going to pay forever for it. He can even save a liar. Although it's very difficult. Because when a liar gets saved, he can't believe he's saved when he is saved, because he's been lying for so long he thinks God's lying. Now listen, if you ever go to hell, it'd have to be something worse than that stuff right there. It'll have to be for something like deicide, not homicide. It'll have to be something like high treason, not embezzlement. It'll have to be something like rebellion against the Lord of the universe, your Creator. It'll have to be something big. It'll have to be something against Him, not against some other fellow like you. You know, if a man is sick, as long as he's sick, he's okay. But if he doesn't get well, he's going to die. I mean, a man doesn't die, you got to understand this. A man doesn't die because he's sick. He dies because he doesn't get well. Right? As long as he's sick, he's alive, ain't he? Here's a fellow sick. I say, "What's the matter with you?" He said, "I'm dying." I said, "I got a pill to fix you up. Take it." He said, "I don't want it." I said, "Why not?" He said, "I don't think it'll work." I said, "Look here. I tried this thing in about 8,000 people. Every one of them that took it, it worked. Try it." The guy says, "I'm going to try." I said, "Why not?" He says, "Well, I don't believe like you believe." I said, "Look, man, you don't have to believe nothing. Just give the thing a try, will you? Open your mouth." "I'm going to take it." I said, "Why not?" He said, "Well, I believe as soon as I take it, I'll be well." I said, "I know you'll be well. Open." And the guy says, "No, I'm not ready yet." I said, "Why not?" "Yeah, I don't have the right feeling." "You feel like you're dying, don't you?" "Yeah." "Open your mouth, man." And the guy says, "I can't." I said, "Why not?" He says, "Because there are too many hypocrites in the church." Now, what are you going to do with a fellow like that? He's going to die. He's going to die. You don't go to hell because of sin. You go to hell for rejecting the cure. This fellow committed a sin worse than any sin I got over here on the other side. You know what this fellow did? He looked right in the face of God's only Son dying on Calvary's cross for his sins, making his atonement and his payment. He looked him straight in the face and said, "Well, when I get so I can live it, I'll come around." Well, I just don't look at it that way. Well, you got your way of looking at it, and I've got my way of looking at it. and you reject the cure, and you're dead meat. You know why a fellow goes to hell and burns forever? Because God lives forever. If God would just quit, you'd be okay. If God just kicked the bucket and die, you'd be all right. You see these sins here? They're committed against people who live 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years, or 90, or 100 at the most. You could pay for it in 100 years. How you going to pay for that one? Nothing like a Bible to clear up a college education.